Yeah, I mean, it obviously means the world. I said it in there, right? What's probably the coolest is I don't think there's ever been someone from Brandon that's won before, let alone Westman maybe. So that was kind of on my radar coming in when I saw that I was nominated. It's super cool. For those who don't know, I didn't really play tournament golf until 5 years ago, and when I started, I wasn't that good. So I've come a long way. I feel like I've kind of stayed the course and really continued to excel and push myself year after year. And I feel like that's probably what I'm most proud of. Not giving up, just keep going, and it feels great.
In our industry, there is a cardinal rule: don't bury the lead. So the line of your speech, man, this is a hard game. Can you provide some context for that?
Well, I mean, both mentally and physically, it's just this game takes a toll on you, right? It's incredible that one either poor decision throughout a round or a poor swing can throw the golf tournament away, right? I'm not so sure there's any other game like that. You can kind of like make up for your mistakes when it's just like one team against another. It's you against 150 other guys. So it's hard. You got to. I feel like that's where that's coming from. Is it's just so hard because you could make just the tiniest mistake and you could be done.
It can be a double-edged sword winning an award like this. At tournament, hey, there's Evan Nachtigall. He was the male amateur golfer of the year. But then there's also that bullseye that's on your back too, because let's face it, everybody wants to beat the best, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that to a certain extent. The other part of that I would say is, if there's people showing up to a golf tournament trying to beat so-and-so, I think they're done off the get-go. You got to focus on your own game.
Good point. Yeah.
And I always say it's you against the golf course. So I guess that's what I'd say about that.
I mean, you by winning the amateur, you had a chance to tee it up with some of the pros, or a lot of pros, obviously on the tour. Obviously, a bit of a shortened event, but what do you think that experience will do for you, kind of big picture?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It obviously wasn't the week I wanted, but looking back, the experience overall was outstanding. There were so many lessons that I learned, not only to take with me on the golf course, but even just like in my everyday life, right? But no, like I think I told you and Brian at Breezy Bend, they don't hit it any different, right? It's the mistakes, and it's you got to be the best. You got to learn from the best, right? So those guys aren't the best in the world, but they're obviously up there. So yeah, I just think it's a good learning experience and something I can take moving forward for sure.
Is it wild to see a guy like Michael Brennan that was in that field that week and just had an okay tournament? He just won a PGA event this past weekend, and his whole career now is sort of in front of him. It sort of shows that, I mean, it can be a long way away, but it also maybe can be closer than some think, right?
Sure, and I think I don't know if there's another sport like that, right? I mean, I've thought about that in the past. I knew what Mike was doing throughout the Americas Tour season, and the same thing last year when Kiefer won at Southwood. I watched him, and it's like, I'm not sure Scotty Scheffler could beat this guy today, right? So golf's like that. When you're on, and sometimes it takes a good week or two, and your career could be set. So.
Obviously, being a golfer in Manitoba in the shortened season can be a little tough, unless you relocate for the winter. You don't do that, right? Yeah. So what does the next stage look like? Just keep plugging away at the amateur status, or when you win a Manitoba amateur, do different thoughts start creeping into your head?
Well, for sure. I've always known what I'm capable of, and I always have that, what I like to call a little bit of delusional self-belief, which I believe you have to have in this game. But no, I'm wrapping up university here at Christmas time, and then depending on what I get for sponsorship, I'm going to head south. So I'll turn pro and start playing on the mini tours there and try to prep for Q school come spring and then next fall. So that's the plan as of right now.
That's awesome. PGA Tour America's Q school is the plan?
Undecided
so
far.
There's a few different
options, yeah.
So this is a pretty good way to wrap up your amateur career then tonight?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, short amateur career, but I'd say cherry on top for sure. Yeah, it's super special for sure, and a good feeling. I'd say if this is it for amateur golf, it would be a good way to go out. So.
Just wanted to come back with one final question on something you said, Evan, because I think it's really important as well. How proud you are to be from Westman, to win this title and bring recognition. It clearly means something to you more than just winning the amateur.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, it's there's so many guys back home that I play and practice with every day that I feel like this is super motivating for them. They see someone like me, like, you know, if he can do it, you know, maybe I can do it too, right? So someone like Spence is a good example. He's a great young kid and learning to grow in his own game and his own life, and hopefully maybe for someone like him, this could maybe open his eyes a bit and, you know, see like, okay, like it's possible. There's a lot of great players from the city, obviously, but there's also us out there too. So.